Spider-Man faces his deadliest fight yet: betrayal, heartbreak, and a bone-crushing battle with Scorpion. Will Peter survive the chaos, or will New York lose its friendly neighborhood hero? Let's break down episode 7, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man episode 7, and wow, this one packed a punch. We've got emotional confrontations, high-speed street races, and a brutal showdown between Spidey and Scorpion. Plus, some big hints about Norman Osborn's true intentions. As always, this is your spoiler warning. We're about to break down everything, so if you haven't seen the episode yet, go watch it and swing back here when you're ready. Alright, let's get into it. Peter and Nico's tension. We start with Peter trying to get Nico to talk to him after she learned his big secret, but she's still too hurt and angry to hear him out. He makes multiple attempts, leaving her notes, sending texts, even showing up with her favorite snacks. But she's not ready. In a quiet, heartfelt moment, Peter shares the steps with Pearl, who's also struggling with Lonnie's distance. Pearl opens up about her fear that Lonnie's involvement with the gang is her fault, and Peter reassures her that she's not to blame. He comforts her before heading off to his Oscorp internship, leaving Pearl to get a mysterious text from Lonnie's brother, Andre. This scene really reminds us of how much Peter cares about his friends, even when his own life is falling apart. The tension lingers as Peter swings through the city, narrating his thoughts about how hard it is to balance the Spider-Man side of his life with his relationships. He remembers Uncle Ben's words about responsibility and wonders if keeping his identity from Nico was really the right call. The weight of his double life is palpable, and it sets a somber tone for the emotional stakes of this episode. And hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown and want more Spidey content, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future recaps. Norman's Gamma Hunt. Meanwhile, at Oscorp, Norman Osborn is on a mission to find Otto Octavius. He and Peter try to track the power source for Doc Ock's tech, and after a fun little nod to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 with the Power of the Sun line, they narrow it down to gamma radiation. Turns out, Norman once shut down Otto's gamma research for being too dangerous. Now, with a fresh gamma spike lighting up the city, Spider-Man swings into action. But Harry's nowhere to be found, and for good reason. Norman's intensity in this scene is noteworthy. He explains the dangers of gamma radiation with alarming detail, referencing past scientific disasters and Oscorp's abandoned projects. There's a moment when his mask of civility slips, and Peter notices it too. The implication that Norman might be more invested in Otto's technology than he's letting on adds a layer of suspense. Nico and Harry's unlikely bond. Harry's busy trying to mend fences between Peter and Nico. He takes her out for pizza on a rooftop with a killer view and explains that Peter didn't want to burden her with the truth. Harry shares a story about his strained relationship with Norman, revealing how secrets eroded their trust. Nico isn't ready to forgive Peter just yet, but she admits she understands his perspective a little better. Their night takes a wild turn when they cross paths with Hot Rod, a cocky street racer who challenges Nico to a race. The energy of the race is electric. We get detailed shots of Nico's white-knuckle grip on the steering wheel, the roar of the engines, and the crowd's cheers. Clev, aka the do-a-flip guy, provides hilarious live commentary as Nico pulls off an impossible win and starts warming up to Harry. Could we see a new friendship, or something more? Pearl, Lonnie, and the Scorpion attack. Over on the other side of the city, Pearl tracks Lonnie to the 110th Street gang's hideout, begging him to come home. She reminds him of their childhood, of the dreams they had before the gang came into their lives. Their emotional standoff is interrupted when Mac Gargan, now fully decked out as Scorpion, attacks the hideout. The build-up to his arrival is masterfully done, with shadows creeping along the walls and the metallic clink of his tail echoing in the dark. Spider-Man arrives just in time for an epic brawl. The fight choreography here is top tier. Spidey uses his agility to dodge Scorpion's brutal tail strikes, weaving through crumbling walls and debris. Scorpion's armor is terrifyingly tough, and Spidey ends up using all his webbing to trap him. But just as Peter is about to escape, Scorpion breaks free. With no webs left, Peter is forced to dodge Scorpion's tail in a brutal, fast-paced fight. Every hit Peter takes feels visceral, and when Scorpion finally lands a devastating blow, the screen practically shakes. Norman, watching the gamma reading spike, realizes Peter's in trouble and summons the prototype Goblin glider to pull Peter to safety. But the look on Norman's face suggests he sees Spider-Man less as a hero and more as an experiment. Aftermath and lingering questions. The episode doesn't end with a neat resolution. Peter returns home, battered and bruised, haunted by his narrow escape. Pearl, shaken but determined, vows to find a way to get through to Lonnie. Nico, now practicing driving with Harry, stares at her phone, debating whether to text Peter. And Norman stands alone in his lab, gazing at the Goblin glider with a sinister smile. The tension is thick, and the questions are endless. Is Norman really helping Peter, or manipulating him? Will Lonnie break free from the gang's grip? And what role will Nico and Harry play in the coming showdown? Episode 7 delivered some fantastic character moments and intense action. The Scorpion fight was easily the best one yet, and Norman's increasingly suspicious behavior adds a new layer of intrigue. While Episode 6 might still be the high point of the season, this one came close. What do you think? Is Norman genuinely helping Peter, or is he setting the stage for something darker? Drop your theories in the comments, and remember, if you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Spider-Man breakdowns. Until next time, stay friendly, stay amazing, and stay spectacular.